The long road to Tural. Sweet muffin. Spell speed. Okay, nope, that's not for me. Ready to get underway? Then present your travel pass to that garden. Let us be off. Won't have to wait long to enjoy sightseeing. The bridge to Tural is a wonder in its own right. Okay, it's barred to all save those with express permission from one of the dawn servants. Signed by Wuk Lamat herself. My apologies, miss. If you would wait here just a moment. Open the gate! That is a big bridge.
Shall we then?
You weren't lying, Aaronville. This is a sight in of itself. Wow, that's a long bridge.
On the far side of that great bridge unfolded the wilds of Shaloni, where the sun guides in the Shatona tongue. A harsh guide, to be sure,
Oh, this is
with its blazing rays scorching the land and hardening its inhabitants.
Where the buff cactuar is. The buff tar.
But sweeping change had come to the arid expanse when, beneath its red crust, vast deposits of ceruleum were discovered. Embracing this opportunity, Vau Kona supporters hurtle on, driven by dreams of a future illuminated by blue flame. It is here that our journey continues, our path taking us along winding roads of steel. Each length of track a declaration of hope and ambition.
Shaloni. Tural.
My home, Yasulani, lies past Shaloni. It will be a long journey, but the railroad should make it easier. As for the way to the train station, let's ride these fellows, shall we?
Are those yaks? Or... looks like baboon face yaks. Sunbaked stable key. Oh, what have we here? We get a whole lot of people traveling through here, but on the way to and from the city, never a dull moment for me or the Ranik. Short on Ranik? Afraid so. If one will suffice, I have a creature ready and waiting. But if you need two, then you'll have to wait. The Ranik have been acting strangely of late, more easily spooked and otherwise disagreeable. Picking out the few fit for Renton's proven bothersome work. They're usually so docile, and the ones I saw earlier didn't appear to be unhealthy either. But much has changed since I was last here. Or since I last was here. Not the best start to our journey. Still, the train station isn't far. Seeing as we aren't in a hurry, let's go on foot. About that, sir. As well traveled as you look, it's not only the Ronique that have been giving us trouble. Other wildlife has shown sign of aggression too. A merchant should be returning soon with one of our beasts. Stick around till they do, and I'll see you both on Ronique for a safer trip. Your offer is most appreciated, but I don't think my friend here is particularly concerned about the wildlife. Ronique, Aaronville. Ronique. I'll do that one. Come on, let's ride one. Haha, if this is your first time in Shaloni, I can understand your enthusiasm. It'd be a shame not to ride one at least once while you're here. Fair point. If we're to give you the authentic Shaloni experience, I suppose it's worth the wait. Right, change our plan. There's a small town nearby. We can pass the time there while waiting. Take it you're heading to Hosatui? Hosatawi? I hope that's right. I'll have a man bring the Ronique over there. Just mind yourself around the drunkards and troublemakers, eh? So, Wild West town. Finally at the Wild West town. HP. I'm in for a street when these cacti are ready for picking. Gonna have some nopales. Okay, now we go talk to Aaron. Hey, look, there's another mountain zoo. Oh, there's two of them. Two mountain zoos. I like the music here. Last time I was here, it was a little more than a camp with a shop or three.
Well, it's become a proper town.
Balloon.
Hey!
Alright, there's our machinist.
Now hold on a minute.
Yeah, a couple of machinists.
Some sort of trouble.
I'm talking to you, you old bastard.
Give me strength.
I like it.
For the last time, the investigation is closed. There's no refuting the evidence.
I don't give a shit about your evidence, you lying scum. You release my friends, or I'll make you wish you had.
Let me remind you who the scum is here. Your friends, who had the temerity to point their firearms at me, the deputy chief of the Dust Watch.
Yeah.
And
Man.
after taking them into custody, what should we discover but incontrovertible proof that they had committed larceny? They will not be released until they've paid for their crimes.
So this is like, yeah.
I'd heard the peacekeeping force had been formed to deal with growing lawlessness. Seems the situation is bad indeed.
Still can't get up a fuss, eh? Sounds like poor Zekua needs his bottle.
Sure he wouldn't prefer his mama's teat?
Yeah, so this is definitely the Wild West. Like, definitely Wild West America.
Treat me like a child, will you? My friends haven't done anything wrong, damn it! They've been framed!
Oh, stubborn little runt. Listen here, Zekua. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you'd best comport yourself like one. That means respecting the rule of law. Order may be precarious here in Shaloni, but it can be had if each man does the right thing. And for those that don't, well, they have to answer to the Dust Watch.
I wonder if this is
Now,
legit
run
or
along and
the-
think before you cast
if the
aspersions
Dust
next
Watch
time.
is corrupt.
Lest you hurt my feelings.
Fine! If that's how it's gonna be.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Estinian.
Is that?
I wondered where he went off to.
There's a time to fight and a time to withdraw. For you, that's now.
What?
Hey!
What are you doing, Zekua? You better not be stirring up trouble.
Wahute! You sack of Ronek shit! This ain't over! You hear me?
It's hard. It's not often that you hear shit instead of shite in this game.
You want to tell me what that was about?
Nothing that need concern you, sir. Zekua is simply struggling to come to terms with the low character of his friends.
Yeah, I think
But
this
for
guy.
good measure, I'll have the men keep an eye on him.
I think this guy's crooked.
Yes, you do that.
Now, if you'll excuse me,
He's probably
I'll
this.
go make my rounds.
This old guy's probably the marshal, and that guy's just a lower ranking one. Trying to keep all the corruption covered up from the marshal.
I wasn't expecting to see your faces among the crowd. Talk is rife, there's a new Dawn servant. Take it you found it then. The Golden City.
Yep, we found it, but we didn't go in there.
Aye. The contest is over. And as I needed to return home to Yasulani, I offered to show our friends some of Shak Tural. What brings you north?
Nothing in particular. Just seeing what there is to see.
Going wherever the wind blows, eh?
Gulul Jaja compensated me rather generously for our duel. I'll be able to enjoy a comfortable life on the road for the foreseeable future.
Oh wow. I didn't get any money.
But for now, I shall be moving on.
But then again, I'm not
by
exactly
the way,
poor in this game.
I recommend you try the Sabatender. They may not look it. They're surprisingly delicious.
But we don't serve Sabotender here.
Well, you probably do now. I don't know. No sooner do we set out than we'll run into excitement. At least no one was hurt. The Dust Watch has their work cut out for them. For as long as I can remember, all disputes big and small were settled by dueling. The peoples of Shaloni rarely saw eye to eye. And for better or worse, it was the simplest way to settle differences. So most would sooner not risk their lives, though it encouraged parties to pursue peaceful resolutions in a roundabout fashion. The Dust Watch was likely established by supporters of Kona, preferring peace by be enforced through the formal rule of law. A reasonable stance, all things considered. If things ever got out of hand, the Lands Guard would be forced to step in. What freedom they have now would be lost under Zerolja's authority. All of which is to say that, unless a lengthy stay in a jailhouse appeals to you, be mindful of how you handle your arms in town. Oh no, settled up. I should like to think the stableman has arrived with the Ronique by now. I'll go on ahead and check if you still want to have a look around. And if you still want to have a look around, then be my guest. Come and find us when you've had your fill. Speak with a good-natured stableman. Wait, there's a fade out here? Nepal hunters. Okay. Gemstone trader. Alright, let's get this fate. Polytender agriculture. Okay, I like Faded Brand too. That looks cool. Yeah, Faded Brand 2 is really cool. Wait, is that what it's actually called? Okay, Faded. Oh, Faded Circle, Faded Brand, okay. Do I get a thing at 98? Yeah, enhanced reprisal, okay. Roll. Where's the thing that upgrades enhanced rampart, okay. Okay, I already have enhanced rampart then. Okay. Extends the duration of reprisal to 15 seconds. An additional effect to Rampart that increases recovery via healing actions on self by 15%. Okay, cool. Okay. Damage taken is reduced and HP recovery is via healing action is reduced. Increase. Yeah, I've already attuned here, so yeah. Now that I think on it, this is the first time I've traveled with only a single companion. It makes for fewer complications. What outfit is this person wearing? Scholar, Skydeep robe of feeling, Eden Gate robe of feeling, okay. A friend, I take it? Sorry to have kept you both waiting. And really, wildlife's not the only source of recent distress, I'm afraid. Also been a rise in robberies targeting merchants as a result. We got a lengthy list of folks wanting to use our Ronique. Which is why I have to ask that you stop at Sheshinawezi Springs. That's fine, of course, but why haven't the Dustwatch dealt with this banditry? Kamaka and his fellows are doing what they can, but I reckon the bandits are operating as a gang. Round them all up's easier said than done. If you have anything of value that you'll want to take care. Thank you for the warning. We'll be sure to stay vigilant. Right then. If you're ready to set off, I'll see you on your way. Ready then? Saddle up. Your friend seems to know the way, so I won't bother giving you directions. Not the Ronique can travel with Aaronville. This is your first time, so let's take it slow. Take care not to let it toss you. I continue to be struck by how much Shaloni has changed. The town we just visited wasn't even here several years ago. With few reliable opportunities to replenish water supplies, travelers turn to Nopale Tinders. Not just for the water in their stems mine, the fruits are also said to be both nutritious and delicious. See that hole there? Some might hope to find water there, but it's brimming with ceruleum. The eruption of flames from within make a spectacle, inspiring cautionary tales of people who wander too close. The Wallaki, meanwhile, show great reverence to ceruleum and its blue flames. Oh, the Blue Mage people. But that's a discussion for another time. We're here. A good thing for these Ronique. No sooner did we dismount than the next passengers are already on their way. They really are short on Ronique. Oh well. Now then. This is Sheshinawezi Springs. Perhaps the busiest town here in Shaloni. People travel here from all over hoping to find their fortune. The change come to Asatawi was surprising enough, but this is no less impressive. They've achieved a great deal in the 3 years I've been away. The station is on the eastern side of town, but there should be time before the next train departs. If you don't mind, I'd like to pay a visit to an old friend of my mentor. Iate is her name, and if she learned that I passed through without saying a word, she'd never let me hear the end of it. She set out from our village some 10 years ago, hoping to earn coin as she traveled about Tural. I can but assume she too came here seeking greater opportunities. In any case, let's see if we can find her. Blue hair should make her easy to spot. Are you a Miko or yeah, you're a Miko. Okay, you're a Miko, not a Rothgel. Ah, okay, over here. Blue-haired Chitona. Okay, Aaronville isn't here. Yes, I'm Miyate. Who might you be? She is my friend. Could it be? Goodness, it is. Erenville, yes. A man grown. You were such a darling little thing as a child. You know, it's only been 3 years since we last spoke. Really? Only 3? I suppose I'll start to get hazy after a while, living as long as we do. Well, this is Ayate. She's known my mentors since they were children. Nice to meet you. Never thought I'd see the day when you travel with company. You really have grown. And Neshpia. Is that what they call you here? Alright. I was born at Neshpia. I adopted a new name when I became a gleaner. One that adheres to Eastern Vieira conventions, so as to avoid drawing attention. Given that this is a homecoming, it was only a matter of time before you found out. Nevertheless, I would appreciate if you continue using my chosen name. A homecoming? You know, I've been thinking of paying the old stamping grounds a visit myself. It'd be good to see, I still don't know how to say it. Kashiwa again? I don't know. She's the finest archer I know, and Neshpia's mother and mentor. Every time I dropped by, she'd treat us to a veritable feast prepared with fresh game she'd hunted herself. You're impressive with the bow too, Yate, even among the Shatona. I know I couldn't compare to Kishriya, but her skill at arms pales in comparison to her knowledge of nature. That's what earned her a place among Galuj Raja's traveling companions, after all. She was always the inquisitive sort, but her journey across Tural lit a fire in her. Even after Neshpias was born, she often left him in my care, but she could embark on another expedition in search of the unknown. Oh, how you would cry and beg her to take you along. It must have been hard on you. Miyate, please. Well, we're all friends here, aren't we? No matter how many times he asked, the answer was always the same. You can come when you prove you're a true explorer. Thus did she task me with finding the Golden City. Despite my best efforts, all paths led nowhere. I assumed it was but a dreamer's fancy, a ploy to goad me into experiencing the wider world. But it was real, and we found it. You found it? As part of the rite of succession. I assumed everyone had heard. It's amazing. Oh, she'll be thrilled. And eager to bombard me with questions, no doubt. Well, should we be on our way? Thank you so much for stopping by. You're my best at Kahitsura. Help! I need help! What's this? What's that about? We'll investigate. Please wait here. I wonder what's going on. Wild beast, maybe? Okay, maybe not them. Okay, maybe it is them. No doubt these are the infamous local bandits. Okay, yeah. Please, you have to help. I've been robbed. Namika? It's Namika, Wuk Lamat's nursemaid. What's she doing here? Erinville, Sammy. Come any closer and we'll slit her throat from ear to ear. If you so much as nick her skin, you won't live to regret it. Oh yeah? Hold on. Did you say this is Wuk Lamat's nursemaid? Maybe this ain't such a good idea. Take the goods to the boss. We'll deal with this. Please, you have to give it back. I'm going after Namika. This lot I leave to you. Cocky bastard. I'll hang him by the ears and feed the old woman to the dogs. We can deal with him later. First we need to put this one in the dirt. Good luck trying. You're gonna be the one that's in the dirt. They don't know me very well, do they? Yeah, so they're dead now. Berele Anala. No need to worry, she's fine. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you. The bandit managed to get away, but I have an idea of where they're headed. You said they stole something from you? A bracelet. It was a parting gift from Wuk Lamat. I see. Close as you two are, I can only imagine how much it meant to you. Well, it brings you all this way. The rider succession ended, and Wuk Lamat crowned the next Dawn servant. She is ready to stand on her own. I told her as much, and of my plans to return home to Yasulani. She gave me the bracelet that I might always remember our time together. It filled me with such joy. I wanted everyone to know, everyone to see this wonderful gift given to me by the vow of resolve, and now it's gone. I would have let them take every coin to my name if only they had left me that bracelet. I would ask what you intend to do, but I know that look. I'd knock them senseless. It's what Wuk Lamat would want. Please, you mustn't put yourself in harm's way for my sake. I can assure you, no harm will come to us. Samuel will make certain of that. I understand your methods can be brutal, but it would be wise to show some restraint, lest you find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Perhaps I should come as well, to be sure all proceeds as it should. I don't know what to say. I can see why Wuk Lamat put so much faith in you both. Before anything else, let's see her back to Sheshinawezi Springs. She'll be safer in town, and with Ayati there to keep an eye on her, we should have nothing to worry about. Thank you, both of you. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for you to get involved in this. Oh, whoops. Annabelle told me what happened, and you needn't worry about Namika. Those bandits should find us, I'll care for the less and see them driven off. The bracelet meant everything to her, and those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. It makes me sick. At least she's safe, and I know you'll set things right. Okay, let's see what Annabelle has to say first. A number of Yate's mining fellows are here as well. Namika's in good hands. If the Dust Watch can't be bothered to do their jobs, they can piss off. Braced for trouble. Okay, what should I get? Maybe the hot chocolate. Yeah, I think. Okay, so either the fruit and aloe jelly or the hot chocolate. Alright, let's go and recover that bracelet. While I have nothing but contempt for these bandits, as this involves a gift from Wuk Lamat, we must be mindful how our actions might reflect upon her. I doubt Namika would find joy in the return of said gift if lives were taken in the process. If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to the Dust Watch. Well, now that makes me think you're strong. Really strong, are you? I may have saved the star on one occasion. You saved the star? That's a bold claim to make, but if true, that certainly speaks to your strength. If your curiosity has been sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you can tell us about these bandits? Let's see. Well, of late, there's been talk about some unsavory types coming and going from Benatinyawi to the southwest. Is that the old mining town that was abandoned? That's the one. Now that ceruleum extraction is big business, no one wants to waste their time picking up the dried up veins there. Sounds like a perfect lair for bandits. Not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. So I'll be investigating the place. I can let the Dust Watch know if you like. No, not yet. It would be best if we went alone. There's something I'd like to ascertain if you've no objections. Wants to make sure the Dust Watch isn't in on it too, I guess. Right then, let's be off. That's what I'm thinking at least. If you sense trouble, promise me you'll put yourself first. Find those bandits and blade them bloody, you hear? Oh yeah, I definitely will. Seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves. We've made no attempt to conceal their presence. How can the Dust Watch not have noticed by now? Question for another time. First we must find the bracelet. I don't see the bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Ramshackle as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone inside. We would go and have a look about. I'll keep watch for trouble. Bandits will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on any inside. As you lean in to listen, you begin to pick out voices in the muffled chatter. Don't know where we'd be without him. Probably shoveling sand, praying we'd strike it rich. And that the truth, only an idiot would work the mine with easier money to be had. Not when we've got a boss who can keep the Dust Watch off our backs, ha. Hey, watch what you say. The wind's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but who'd ever believe one of them sainted souls was running our crew? That drunk who brought your story about the gold shit in alpaca, am I right? Ha 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 ha. Oh, there's an ether current up there. A voice rings out through the wall. Let me out of here, you bastard. Shut your mouth, you sniveling little brat. Make me. I'll get you all back for framing my friends. The vulture most of all. Vulture most of all, you can tell me he can eat shit. Huh, how about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. Yeah, if I'm, it probably is, it could be the Mikote. I probably should have talked to Aaronville first. As you listen, and you hear someone entering the room on the other side. I brought back a prize you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. Beautiful, ain't it? Bet it was made by a famous artisan. Idiot, how are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please. Please, I'm sorry. Reckon we could find a sailor who won't ask questions, sell it for a song. Here, your reward, and don't bring me this kind of grief again. I won't, boss. Thank you. Finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. So were you able to learn anything? The Dustwatch is in on it. And the leader is a man of the Dustwatch? I would explain why these bandits have been able to do as they please, and you say they gave the bracelet to him? Seems we have our work cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? I heard Zekawa in there being held captive. Zekawa? That's the boy who confronted one of the officers in town, isn't it? And you say they threatened to take him to speak with the Vulture, their leader's alias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the recent rash of robberies, in Hosutawi, we also know he has the bracelet. Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult, though if he's that quick to point a gun at his own underlings. We need to get him alone. You're right. If we confront him or with his henchmen around, a violent outcome is all but guaranteed. I might have a plan. There's a small settlement to the southeast of here. Meet me there and I'll explain everything. To retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done barging into the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of Yehiseya, dragon-like creatures that live to the south of here. It's their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of a female in heat. A few ingredients and a sample of their feces that can create an attractant that resembles the scent when buried. You can lure the Yehiseya into the bandits' hideout, flushing out the Vulture and his gang. Then while they're contend with their flying friends, we can sneak in and search for the bracelet. Afraid I must ask that you collect the excrement. While you see to that, I will go and procure the remaining ingredients. And before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any aversion to feces. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plants we require. Here, take these 3 pouches, see them filled, and I will handle the rest. Uh-huh. But here they are. Yeah, that's what these are. Pteranodons, basically. Over there, but no sign of droppings. There, the foul-smelling nest is probably it. Gingerly scoop them into your pouch. There. Finished already, are we? Small hemp south, full to bursting with leavings. Oh, you pray to the 12 it doesn't actually burst. Excellent, this will do nicely. All that's left is to mix the feces with tumbleclaw fibers, dried Napolitan root, and a generous helping of animal fat. Come, let's get back to Tonatenyawi. Everything is ready. Time to set our plan into motion. Glowing smoke. A fair number appear to be gathered inside. Now's our chance. I will keep watch from here. The attractant I leave to you. Fasten into the bonfire near the middle of town. The Ehisia will come soon after. Oh, I just throw it. Okay. Nope, okay. No, I have to leave. They don't start attacking me. What's that smell? Ugh, that reeks. What did you put in the fire? Wasn't me, I swear. Did something die? Yeah, I knew it was him. Someone want to explain that ungodly stench to me? Knew it was him all along. I was just like, what if it's the other person? Like, what if it's the Mikote? Boss, over there. Huh? What in the world? Oh, he's dead. Run for your lives! The smoke's what drew them here. I swear, when I find out who did this. Time for us to make a grand entrance. Let's see how friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. Hey, what's going on out there? Still in here in case you've forgotten. Sit tight, we'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out of here now, they're gonna kill me. I'm begging you, please. Shh, they'll hear you. Shit, who was that? Thanks for the follow. Hey, are you gonna help me or what? The bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. Thanks, I owe you one. For a moment there I thought you might actually leave me behind. All that effort and not to show for it. Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the vulture. No need to apologize. We were planning to save you eventually. Really? I don't even know who you are. Secret admirer's mine or something? In your dreams. I'm just having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. This man they call the Vulture. I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one and same. When he's not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dust Watch. That will explain why the bandits were so confident they can avoid capture. You're trying to get something back to something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bailed me out back there. I have an idea of where he's hid his cash. I reckon he's headed there now too. We can go together. Got a score to settle with him myself. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Right, so those bandits at Tonat and Yahweh, They called it Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concern, folks who needed to help to even the odds. That was 30 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how, with a duel. I see. By the old laws, anyone who loses a duel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. And they made damn sure they did, every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends committed a force to be reckoned with. And about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question. But when he showed them how they can make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Now the Daybreaker is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. Talked it over with my friend Quikana and Lee Wayne, and they whined. And we all agreed the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. He accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he'd win. But when the day came, he showed up with Dustwatch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. That wasn't enough. He set their bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dustwatch. And that's why you were ready to challenge him in the middle of town. It wasn't until that guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of town than the Vulture's minions caught me by surprise. Took me prisoner, then, well, you know the rest. You said the Dustwatch would be of no help. Are they all working for the Vulture then? No, not all of them. Sheriff Kamaka, he's as honest as they come. Okay, Sheriff, not Marshal. A staunch keeper of the peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. Remember my word against the deputy chiefs? Who do you think he'd believe? Deputy chief, most likely. Well, if he knows where this Vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Nanika's bracelet. What do you think? For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan? All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at Shashinawezi Springs. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. Oh wait, yeah, I can just teleport back there. Never mind. Gotta run first. There. Gratefully, he could take us to the deputy chief, but it will be all for naught if we're seen. Good, you're here. This is where he hides us. I expect he'll show up soon. Shouldn't be long now before Wute shows up. Law of the land. Wild banana blend. Well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he moves the spoils in cerulean barrels, where no one would think to look. And mixing it with regular shipments of fuel to Tural, where they're sold off. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he'd trust a lackey with that business, given the provenance of the piece. No, I'll wager he's not letting that bracelet out of his sight till he's got coin in hand. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Husatawi, but I'm glad you're more than an impulsive child. Well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. But there's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure him away from here, over to Husatawi, where would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the others to search the barrels for any stolen goods. Using that, I'll expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if Wute's carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there'll be time enough to find it once he's behind bars. Or won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try, and that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. A duel? That approach didn't work out so well for your friends as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman, and child of the wilds understands the importance of duels and the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, that'll be the end of the vulture. Plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? As long as we get the bracelet back. Bracelet's really important to you, huh? Don't worry, I'll see to it you get it back. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. I was seen in Tonatinyali, so it's probably best I stay and search the barrels. Kneel with me. Tell the vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. I want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to the Satawi. Once you've got the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright then, let's get to it. Yeah, he'd say Ash was likely that Shatona's doing. What's his angle? And then there's the Brat. It's past time I dealt with him. What's this? Ah, no familiar face in these parts. And you have near the dust watch, miss? What? Zekwa tried to rob you, but you apprehended him? I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free from prison, he turned to a life of crime. How awful. With my sincerest thanks, miss. Might I trouble you to take me to him? Oh my. Alright. Even though you're a piece of shit, I'll still talk to you here. Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist. Chester's and Noisy Springs is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. Prospect of easy corner attracted some undesirables, though. Yeah, like you. This the place? I don't see him. Silly me, this isn't the right place. Just a little further. Ah, I see. Very well. Lead on. There's gold in these fields. Blue gold. Yeah, best beware of the beasts in these parts. They prefer to snack on cerulean, but for you I'd reckon they make an exception. Bombs. Is this the place then? Sorry, I'm still learning my way around. Some sort of joke. Bother. Let's keep moving. Better be the place. Ah, now I remember. Patient is wearing awfully thin, miss. If he isn't at the next place we stop at, may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. Guess you'd rather I feed you one raw, deal than all cut chit chat. Okay, so town. Okay. Wait. Alright, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Where is Sekoa? Tell me where he is or I'll bury you in some grave. Found it, he must have escaped. I've had it with these games and I've had it with you. Hey, Mihute, you looking for me? If you want to place me under arrest, you have to work a little harder. I'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
There he goes again. Let's go see. Well, let's go see what he's up to now.
Well, well. If it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag! So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shisenuetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Wuk Lamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
Give yourself up. I'll come off it. I saw you with the bracelet.
What's the meaning of this, Wahoote?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only 'cause I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Wahute, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it.
Here I am without my
Let your
duelist.
pistols do the talking! Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
Becoming the laughingstock. Everyone's laughing at him since he's refusing a duel.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this. Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
Tumbleweed, just like in the old westerns. That was fast.
Oh, you little shit!
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
Got him. And he'll probably give up the rest of the people to save
I
himself.
apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wahute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go.
Yeah, that is true. He did draw it first.
As are your friends.
Ah, you're not such a bad guy after all.
Just a man of the wilds, like you. But to think that Wahute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Tonatenui, not Tonatenyawi.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakawa? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, This was Wuk Lamat's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
That was a pretty nice shot, right? Oh yeah. That ended up being rather more complicated than expected, but all's well that ends well. Phew, it's finally over. Couldn't have brought him justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. On track. We have the bracelets. Let us return to Shishinawezi Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I found my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. Alright, I'm gonna go take a quick break, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Catch up to you just as I was taking care of my friends. Okay. Welcome back. I'm glad to hear that those bandits got what they deserve. They were understandably worried, but I've told them of what happened in Setawi. Our minor adventure made for quite the tale. My bracelet. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. It is a part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Wuk Lamat is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us more as long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. Can't say I'm surprised the deputy chief turned out to be the bandit's leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. Easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. There you are. The real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Wikana and Liwine. If it wasn't for you believing in Zekawa and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Wihute put behind bars. We never gave up hope that Zekawa would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Fortunately, our group is smaller now and lacking in strength. Besides, some outlaws might see us as an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dust Watch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day so no one will get the better of us ever again. Isn't that right? Right. And you'll teach us how to draw your pistols so fast, won't you? How you draw your pistol so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need to duel if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we'd best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. I owe you a great debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that you have my word. Until we meet again. If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. And I'll be here a while yet, though. Though do let me know if there's any way I can be of assistance. Well, you're not planning to take the train home? Oh, train service has been suspended, didn't I tell you? You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. An earthquake. Must have happened while we were still down south. There have been quite a few tremors of late, and a rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. I have a feeling it has to do with Zoralja's plan. At any rate, if you want to know when service will resume, you can speak with the station master yourself. Let's do that. The station is just over there. I like that. Turned the Mikode separates into a cowgirl outfit. Sorry, but there's nothing we can do with the tracks as they are. Seems people aren't too happy about the train delays.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work.
So I guess we're gonna help out.
It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tural at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
Yeah?
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand, too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful. Thank you! Thank you so much! I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
It's fine.
There they are. That's them, the two volunteers. Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe. And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
Oh. Yeah, reminds. Yeah, it's just like. Okay, that's why I was
Something
like.
the matter?
You happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
They look just like the people from the first. This is their shards.
Right,
Or
man.
that's their shards.
What I'd like you two to do is
These
help
are
us
these are
procure
their
timber.
source versions.
We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first. Come on, no time to waste.
Yeah, before that scene, I was thinking to myself, man, like this guy, like that outfit looks a lot like the people in the first, but then like, makes sense. I was like, well, it was, like, Amarang was kind of like this area too, so it makes sense. With your help, we'll get the railroad operating again, and then you'll have the chance to see our engine in motion. It's poetry, I tell you. You ready to handle that timber when you and the chief get back? Though no small number live in Shaloni. I must confess I've never visited the home of the Hetsaro. As they largely live in accordance with older traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads. 97, let's go. Level 96 quest now. Alright, update the title. Aaronville is all eager to be off to the Yoyoyan Plain. Come on, let's follow Walika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, but you can still see it from the outside. Quite taken with the sleek design of the head and myself. So, I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the head and myself. Though if you peek through the window, you can probably catch a glimpse of... Enough jabbering, Shenza. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do, so let's get to it. We'll see you later. Suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. New location. Nice. What's this? A what so on? I guess that's the Hetsaro territory. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods throughout the wilds now. Right. My Watson should be northeast of right here. Let's continue on. Yeah, that is a nice train. Okay, so that's something I'll have to do later. Oh, what is that? Okay. Well, that's probably a story spoiler mount. I mean, yeah, it looks just like the... I wonder if this could be the new Bystone... This could be the new gemstone mount. You know? Yeah, that probably is it. It's probably the new gemstone mount. Yeah, it looks like exactly like the stuff on the soldiers that come out of Solution 9. Such beauty. I know more than a few gleaners who would love to explore this land. Oh, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I've never had direct dealings with the people of the Whatsoan, but I do know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Ah, such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of the Shishinawezi Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessing of nature as we do. Greetings, travelers, and welcome. I'm Watto, chief of Mewatson. This is my son, Shepetto. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the warm welcome, and apologize for our sudden intrusion. I'm Walika, station master of Tural Railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks, and we require timber to make repairs. This is Sammy and Erinville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. You have a most curious air about you, of oil and steel, tanned leather, and the faintest hint of meadows awash with unfamiliar flora. I gather you are not familiar from these lands. I hail from Eorzea. Truly, I would love to know more of you and the lands you have seen. I ask you that to everyone. I am told your people hold your traditions in the highest. Yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and her children. The Hetso in particular have done much to guide our way of life. We're to hunt together, to lay our heads. The Hetso teach us all these things and more. It is for that reason I believe that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see. That word, Hetso, it means leader of souls in the Hetsaro tongue. Does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hetso among the Hetsaro. Here we look to the Ronik for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of Aetherites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests come such a long way, and my son is always delighted to hear their tales. Now if you'll follow me. Print is made with hide and bones of Ronique. I wonder what else they are used for here. They follow the Ronique with the seasons. It makes sense that they would live in tents that can be broken down and transported easily. Say, do you like to hunt? And what weapons do you like to use? I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronique have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. Stableman near Hosatawi mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicions, since the others were drawn to this land by ceruleum. Shaloni has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are part of that. As strong and resilient as they seem, Ronique are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations. On this we can't help but worry. Understandably, I thank you for being forthright. And this matter concerns not only the Hetsara, but all of Shaloni. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Valkona. Valkona, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently, how shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof. He values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. Mind your tongue, Shepetto. No, you're right, but he's changed. While there is a grain of truth to the rumors, he is not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. His dreams have changed him for the better. So in the course of traveling with him, you witnessed him change with your own eyes. Sammy fought beside Valkona in the Rite of Succession. I take her word over rumors. You took part in the Rite of Succession? You're that close to the Dawn Servants? I was grateful for any help, but had no idea I recruited a bona fide hero. What can I say? I'm used to people knowing who I am. Succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there's clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we might see Valkona for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful he will do the same. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronique foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad, and if needs be, we'll seek Valkona's counsel. My thanks again for your time and the timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you again soon. I have to carry all of this back to the station. With more than enough timber to fix the ties. Now we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we'd be given so much. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands in a row and eat? I won't be long. Glad that went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. And the land would tremble. While we wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. Shouldn't take long if we split the work. Okay, you'll have 2 minutes, okay. Mission thinks this will be enough. Well, it's mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. We'll see to the rest. Once we repair the track, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it so, as much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. You'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid, but you'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Let me know a few others who are here long before we arrive. It's only right they go before us. I hope you'll stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. And Nita Weekway will be driving. No engineer compares to her. It's always a treat to watch her work. Only work we should be worried about is our own Shinsa. And we've still more work to do. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there's anything else in Shaloni you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it. Okay, it's not too far. Okay, well that person on their mount, but they're going the other way, I guess. So I'll get on mine too. How do you feel in the sights? Well, they appear to all almost finished. They have a cutscene of a playing sequence, okay. Is this where it all happens? Is this where the lightning and Solution 9 and all that stuff starts happening? It did say the land shall tremble.
A glorious grand machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat.
Here she comes!
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Tural. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yasolani. And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with.
It's weird hearing characters without British accents.
But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream. Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Not another one!
You can't be serious.
Yep, there it is.
Gods have mercy.
What happened? Yep, there's the one. It's time now.
What in the flying? What's happening?
Oh, the train! Nitobikwe and the others!
My home lies that way as well.
We're going to investigate. Right now!
Here comes the invasion force from Zeralcha's invasion force.
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliolal?
We need to get back right away. Yeah, it's funny. You think that that Zeralja would be the normal one, the one that's redeemed, and Bakul Jaja would be the bad one, but ended up turning out the other way. Bakul Jaja was the redeemed one, and Zeralja is the one we have to fight.
Sky and attacked without any warning. The people need our help.
Can you stand?
Try to remain calm, everyone.
What the?
That's even more advanced than Magitech armor.
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
Oh. Okay, maybe they're just cyborgs then. Is that Auntie?
Someone help me!
Oh, Kashiwa. Wait, was she the innkeep? What is that? What are they taking out? Her Ethan?
What did it just do?
Her soul and her ether? I don't know.
Thank you.
Save the thanks. Just get to safety.
Go, cha-cha.
I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace. Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
Oh, there's the woman from the trailer. She's looking on in horror, I guess, at what's going on. I wonder if she was the voice that Zeralja was talking to.
But you should still live.
Zorolcha?
By the gods. What has happened to you?
This was probably the price he had to pay.
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
Good thing Kedaram's still alive.
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tural and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Have you gone mad?
No. My ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
What has changed you so much, and in so short a time? To harm the very people you swore to serve. This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
Oh, it can be rebuilt.
You have heard my ultimatum.
And you will have my answer. By my hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait! I should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Zorolcha is strong. He has never been Father's equal in combat.
But he has new power-ups.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Farewell, Zorolcha, my son. And forgive me.
He's not dead.
What?
Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed.
Well, he was dead, but his
You
implant,
retain the vitality of two souls, despite the passing
his
of
implant
one.
is able to revive him.
I shall even the odds.
Papa?
Even the blessed are mortal.
Father!
You are no match for me.
Murderer. On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then, will you be his worthy successor?
Tural, wait!
My warships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuli Yolal. Choose your next steps wisely.
Was it too much? Is Gulul Jaja dead? Probably. Yeah. Did everything we could, but it simply wasn't enough. Can scarcely believe my eyes. How could this happen? 12 have mercy. Father, no! This cannot be. No, Papa. No, Papa can't die. He can't. And then And then that cheerful music. No time for tears. Wuk Lamat is struggling to process what she has just witnessed. How could this happen?
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Wuk Lamat. Kona.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save your strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
can we do now? Yeah, that hurt a little. Little Jaja was so proud to be succeeded by his children, to think that he will never get to see them carry on his legacy. At a time like this, we must take the initiative. There will be countless people in need of help. I don't understand. If only I'd been more careful. I must see to the people, assess casualties, as well as any damage done to the city, yes. Right, so, Wuk Lamat, Valkona. I bring word from the city. The enemy has withdrawn and the Lions Guard have begun rendering aid to the people. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, but we continue to do all that we can. Thank you for the report. Please inform the guard there to prioritize such efforts until further notice. People, I need to help them. We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course. Thank you, thank you. There are sure to be wounded everywhere, more than I could count. We'll split up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alphino and Alize, could you take Bayside Bevy, Cryle and Aaronville, the Palace Perimeter? As for Semi, please come to their splendid quarter with me. We'll all meet back here afterwards. Somber music, no. No more smooth jazz. Befuddled citizen. Thank you. I thought I was done for. I heard something disturbing. The enemy leader, they say he looked like Zeralja. That can't be true, can it? Why would the first promise to attack his own people? But if it was him, what happens now? Is he going to come back? What do we do if he does? Thank you. The pain is better now, but I can't stop shaking. Where did they come from? Why did they attack us? And why are those things still in the sky? We had peace under Gulul Jaja. We were safe, but now... Okay. Yeah, she might be on the same stuff I'm on. Yep. She's on the same quest I am on. Now what about this Kai person? Yeah, maybe him too. No, that person's new. Yep. They're all doing this this stuff I just did. Scarcely had time to work on my new rulers. Now this? Can't we have a day of peace in this damn country? Let's see what Wuk Lamat has to say. Why are you hurt? Oh, okay. Thanks. I think I'm alright. Did you see them? Those soldiers. They look like people, but they killed and killed with no hesitation. If they attack us again, how can we hope to defend ourselves? There's two more. Gotta be up here then. Yeah, there's one over there. Thank you, miss. But my husband and son, they were... Okay, there we go. Angered soldier. My thanks. I'll be fine now. But we failed to protect the people. Why did so many have to die? Where were Wuk Lamat and Valkona? Ugh, they're not to blame. I understand. I do, but... I need to clear my head. You finished aiding the people here? Thank you. There are children among the wounded. Children? No, now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. Could you go see how things are at Talon much? And afterwards, go and find Alize at Bayside Bevy. Where is Talon March? Okay. Maybe the cabins? There's no evidence of significant damage from the battle. The fighting did not spread as far, it seems. Okay, Talon March. Okay, the taco shop. Scorched. Their fresh scorched marks on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. Okay. There's her. Where's the okay. All these people crafting here, it's almost like they're repairing the place. I mean, it's perfect timing, really. I mean, I know they're just leveling up their crafters for themselves, but yeah, but it's like they're here repairing the place. Shop appears to have weathered the chaos, though its wares have been strewn across the floor. And this place was fine. Port remains unscathed, but the enemy ships continue to loom overhead. Alright, where's Alice? There she is. I've helped all those I could find, and it's seen them delivered into the Lions Guard Cafe. As many casualties as there are, it would have been worse if the Lions Guard hadn't fought as bravely as they did. The Zorodra actually meant to harm the people. I mean, look around, the buildings are hardly damaged. I suspect his aim was more to incite fear, to show that he could strike whenever he pleaded. But we can discuss that later. How's Lamachi? Shaken, but otherwise fine. Even after what happened to her people, she's trying so hard to fulfill her duty to the people. Still, everyone has their limits. She needs rest, and soon. Someone mentioned seeing her head towards the shore. Perhaps she's gone to the Garniture Gleam Sands.
Steady now. I've brought you medicine. Drink.
She's already dead, I bet.
There you are, Lamachi. I was beginning to...
Come on. Come on. Take it. Please.
Lamachi. Lamachi!
How could I?
Look at me, Lamachi. You need rest. You and her both. I will tend to this soul.
Yeah, we need rest.
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
She's right, you know.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
We'll handle this together.
You'll stick with me. Thank you. My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do, rather than what I can't. We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokhui still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believe that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did. My brother is different. There will be no reasoning with him. He killed our people, our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Zorolja and kill him.
Fine. Just needed a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me, and for urging me on despite all my sulking. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened so quickly. I struggle to make sense of it all. Strange soldiers, those floating ships, those new powers Zorolja commands. Given everything he's done and still intends to do, I know I can't afford to run headlong into battle, not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray. But I will make it my strength strength to do what I must. Alright, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Kona. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alize I'll be alright? She's probably at Bayside Bevy. Oh, you're back. I thought I made it. I take it to mean Lamachi is feeling better. She needs to be strong for the people of Tural. I understand that, but she doesn't have to do it alone. So if she intends to fight, then we fight together. That said, I wish I knew exactly what we were up against. What? Okay, toss that. Okay, 63, 663, 669, 669, 669. Okay. Alright, let's see. Okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we've got 3 out of 6. Pick up the pieces. Clearly not a person, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magitech weapon I've ever seen. As far and wide as you've traveled, though, perhaps you've encountered something similar before? Would you mind taking a closer look? May they yield some clues as to Zeralja's new powers. First I assumed they were soldiers in armor, but when I cut them down, it became clear that wasn't the case. Place of where either mouth might be, you see a strange sigil on the front of the helm. The general shape of the weapon, this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than anything you've seen before. From a distance it appeared to be simple armor, but upon closer inspection, its construction is quite intricate. The material from which it is made is unclear, and you see no signs of a power source. So, what do you think? Looks like a person, but it's clearly mechanical. Indeed, while it resembles a person, it has features that make it uncanny. The lack of a face, not least of all. Did you see any sign of a power source? So it probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any other conventional fuels. I tried channeling ether into it earlier, but there was no response. That would seem to rule it out as an arcane entity. It's completely lifeless now, a far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in battle. Even the material it's made of is a mystery. Rather than a metal, it's more akin to stone. Wait, haven't we seen this somewhere recently? How? This guy deep Cenote. That's right, the glowing stone used in the chamber with the gate to the golden city. And whilst the soldiers are of a different color, the warships are the same black as the stone of the gate itself. There has to be a connection. Let's share our observations with the others when we gather at Sunperch. The sooner we get to the bottom of this mystery, the better. Like everyone is here already.
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy. And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoralja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told?
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
Ishtola?
It's me. Permission has been granted.
It's probably Ishtola.
You can come in.
The rest of the Scions. Or it could be Thancred and Urianshe, but... Let's see, who is Ishtola the only one not there?
Greetings, everyone.
Okay, Ketanram, Graha. Yeah, how could I forget Graha? And Ishtola, no? Yeah.
Raha! Y'shtola!
After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest. But I gather circumstances are quite dire.
So we're all together again.
All is well in the annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Gulul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his two successors.
Okay, so we at least did that.
Thanks to Wuk Lamat, I was allowed to attend that meeting. What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold?
Yep.
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records.
Which means he kept it off the
Hoping
books.
to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Gulul Jar Jar. Like us, my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the sky deep cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past. And
it led to another reflection.
Oh.
I can take the story from here. Considering
So
my
it's
part
another
in these
shard.
affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins.
Which place is it
with
then?
Galuf and Gulul Jar Jar. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
Given the fact that just once I'd like to actually hear the story instead of come down with a searing headache when someone starts talking. But yeah, since this is supposed to be like Final Fantasy 9-ish, is the 9th shard still around?
Stone is remarkable. I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allagan, or Mahi, or Nemian. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
This will probably... So we'll harness the power of Solution 9 and then get Ishtola to see... to where she can go see,
7 hells!
To where she can go see... What's his name?
What did you do?
Fuck, I forgot his name.
Nothing.
Her guy from the first.
An earthquake? None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different.
Oh yeah, void gates are basically gates to the 13th. Don't tell me that's Cryo. She's from another shard, isn't she? I mean, not that's Cryo, but the baby is Cryo. So that's her parents, I guess.
Now, hold on. Why would you...
Now what's this? What is this? Who are you?
Gates closing.
Though it never opened again, Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact either. As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important. So Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Charlian and raised her as his own.
Then the child was...
The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
That's wild that Kryle's from another shard.
Then it means that you hail from another reflection.
Yeah, I
So
love
it
this
would
music.
seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, grandfather was always
Soken
quick to
just
seek
keeps hitting it out of the
distractions
park.
whenever I broached the subject. But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
The forces that assailed Tuliolo. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers looked like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out.
Okay.
When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit? You believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but I was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zeralja somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical army.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections. But what of my home? What's become of it?
Looks like a job for the Silence of the Seventh Dawn. Time to get the band back together.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do. I have to put a stop to Zorolja and restore the people's happiness.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city. As such, I shall remain in Tuliolal. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
Oh, but you just got here, you still
I as well.
Not gonna come with
The
us?
enemy's warships still loom overhead, and I would see that we're prepared for the worst.
I wish to go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
In that case, please let me come too. I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments.
It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Yep.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
I struggle to believe I'm from another reflection. I wonder, does this mean my soul is thinner than a native of the source? Really not. Estrella would have noticed. Gods, there's so much I don't understand. My head is ripe to burst. I feel we need to know more if we're to defend against another assault. Graha! I'm indebted to Ojika for overseeing our operations in my absence. I will endeavor to make myself as useful as I can here. Another reflection encroaches upon our own, but how and why now? Please be safe. I'll find a way to breach the dome, and we'll make sure everyone inside is safe. It's embarrassing to think how Zorolja caught me unawares, but I've no doubt the bastard came to kill me. I reckon he would have succeeded were it anyone else. Who would have thought him taking that key would lead to all this? Talk of reflection is perplexing, to say the least, but I should be glad for your help in understanding and overcoming the crisis. I know what I have to do now. Alright, still 96. Together as one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for now. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow. Maybe I'll come back tonight, later, and maybe we'll try to finish up the 96 quests. But I'm not going all the way to the dungeon tonight, cause like I said, I probably want to go to bed earlier tonight. So yeah. Alright, so that'll be it for now. May come back tonight, may not. I'll see you guys tomorrow if I don't come back tonight. Let's see, where can I send you to? Boo boo boo. I would say Raven, but they're in they're 95 to 97, so they may be past me. Cooney, maybe? Okay, Cooney looks like Cooney's just now at the 95 dungeon, so let's say let me send you guys over to Cooney. Okay. Yeah, Cooney's at the dungeon. So yeah, we'll send you to Cooney. Alright. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you guys either later tonight or tomorrow. Alright. Yep.